So this is the third of my webinars. This one is on using Wix to create a website. So the second webinar was on using Dreamweaver, which is a more robust tool for creating websites, but you need to have a little bit of skill and understanding of how websites are laid out in order to really use Dreamweaver effectively. If you're kind of a novice to website development, then Wix has great professional-looking templates that allow you to create a really good-looking website in very short amount of time, and it's completely free to create the basic website. Now, if you want your own domain name and you want to purchase web hosting and so forth, there's some upgrade costs, but those costs are in the, some of them start less than $10 a month. It's really quite affordable. So we're starting here at the www.wix.com website, and the first thing you need to do is sign in. If you don't have an account, then you're going to need to create one. Excuse me, I already have one, so we're going to just go right ahead to my account. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is choose a template for your website. So if you click on Templates and just scroll down, you'll notice on the left-hand side here, there's all kinds of categories of templates. So businesses, online stores, photography studios, restaurants, health and wellness, pretty much any area you could imagine. So we just click on business here. As an example, if you're creating a site for a law firm or a staffing agency, you can pretty much choose any kind of template you want, and at least get close to the kind of firm you're going to want. Now, it may not be exactly the kind of business you're working on, because there's a lot of different types of businesses in this world, and you may have a very niche type of business or project that you're working on. But you'll notice here there's 9 different pages of templates just for business websites, and then you'll notice all these other areas too. So choose a template. Excuse me. Once you've done that, I'm going to go back to my account page here. Once you've done that, you're going to have the site in editable mode here on your My Sites login page. You'll notice over the course of time I've created several different test sites. I'm going to open up this test beauty shop site that I created most recently and go through several things about how to edit the site. So, excuse me, you can either click on Edit Site or Manage Site to go in, and then Manage Site, of course, will then again ask you to edit site. So if you click on Edit Site, it's going to open the Wix editor. And the Wix editor looks pretty much like this. So the main concept to keep in mind with Wix is clicking on, you want to click on whatever it is that you want to edit. So if we want to edit this menu, for example, if you left click on it, you'll get this these options up here. If you right click on it, you'll get a menu that looks like this, which basically contains the exact same options. So you can either left click or right click. Once you've done that, I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do with the menu here. So if you click on Manage Menu, you'll notice each of the pages that are in that menu are listed here, one after the other. So, excuse me, if we want to change the name of a page, for example, we just go down to the appropriate page and click on the little options list on the right-hand side here. And you've got various options for the page, one of which is rename. So if we go, how great we are, or how great Bio Beauty is, and click done, you'll notice that the name of the page has changed in the menu. And excuse me, if we then I'm gonna keep left clicking instead of right clicking, but they basically pull up the same options. If we then go to navigate and go to any other page, the home page, the contact page, you'll notice that excuse me, that that menu is the same on each page, and just by editing the name in one place, we've changed the name of the page on the entire website. So that's how you can change the names of the various pages that your website consists of. If we want to add a page that's not in there right now, so maybe we want to have a page about a gallery of products. So you could just go add page, and we're going to go to page, and we're going to call this page gallery, and then click done, and you'll notice the page gallery has been added. And if we go back, right click, now I want to left click. So if we go back to navigate, you'll notice gallery is now in the list. If we go to investor information or back to the home page, gallery has now been included in all of the menu, all the menus on every page in the website. So one more thing I want to show here with editing the menu is how to delete a page. So since we just created that gallery page, let's go ahead and go back and delete it. If you just click on the options to the right again, left click on that, there's an option down here at the bottom to delete a page. So if we do that, delete, that'll take the page back out. You'll notice gallery's not there anymore. It takes the page back out of the menu. So you're starting out with the templates. The template probably has some pages that you're going to want to use, other pages that you don't want to use. You can easily just go in, delete the pages you didn't want to use. If you have some pages that were not in the template that you wanted to include, just go in and add them. And that allows you to very quickly and easily edit the basic structure of your website. Okay, so now that we have gone over editing the menu, excuse me, I want to go over editing a few other elements of the screen here. The next element of the page here that I'd like to go over editing is the logo up here at the top. If you notice, you can left click on the logo itself, and if you then double click, you can actually highlight the text. If you notice here, this is actually in a particular 70-point Sacramento font style, and then below here is in 25-point basic font style. And if we wanted, for example, to change this logo at the top, you simply type with your keyboard whatever you wanted to put there instead. And if you want to change the font, you can just go in here and move that to some other font. A whole bunch of other things you can do with the formatting, pretty much the same as any word processing software. So that is how you edit basically a text box. This may look like a logo, but that B is actually just a very large size Sacramento font. If I went in and type F instead, or R, it's actually not a logo, it's just a very large size font. So that's how you edit that element. If we then go and take a look at how to edit images, for example, again, if you just left click on the image, it gives you the opportunity to change images. If you want to make this a different image, you know, we could, let's see, what is it right now? I believe it's that, let's bring in this like soap products. If we do that and click done, it's going to change this image. Okay, this is actually, these are gallery images. I should pay attention to what I'm doing. So we're going to click on the item we want and then click replace image. So once we do that, this is a picture that I brought in to use an example of me and my my brother-in-law's father at my sister's wedding drinking Guinness when I used to have long hair, wearing a kilt. If we just click done, then you'll notice that the picture didn't change. Why is that? So we're going to move this up to the front. There we go. Then you'll notice that the image has changed. Moving on, if you then click on this circle, you'll notice there's actually, you can click on the circle or you can click on the text. The text is simply a text box, just like before. If we double click and highlight the text, we can edit what's in the words there. And if we wanted to edit this shape, to give it another shape, we can actually left click on the green shape itself, then click on change design. If we want to make it like a square instead of a circle, and if we actually wanted to change the color, we can either change it here, or if we go to custom design and then fill colors, that is going to change the color of the background. There we go. So now we can come down and choose all kinds of other colors and shapes to put there as well. So that is going to allow you to change the different types of boxes that you've got. That brings it back to a circle again. If we wanted to make it a square, or drag down and make it whatever design we want, basically. You can change those all here. Next, if if we actually didn't want this picture here, if we wanted to maybe write some text there instead, we simply left click to highlight the picture and hit backspace, and that'll delete the picture. And then if we wanted to add some text, you just go to this add icon on the left hand side, and we can click on different types of text. So you're going to go in here and choose which type of font you want for the inserted text. We're just going to use standard paragraph format here. So highlight that, and then if we grab the text box and pull it with the mouse, then we can actually move the text to where we want it. And then if we double click, we can actually go in and change the font and type whatever we want in this box. So that's how you add elements. If you actually wanted to add some other kind of element, you can also just go over, left click on the add button. This gives you a chance to add text, images. You can actually put in a new gallery which will rotate out pictures one after the other instead of just a single picture. You can put in buttons, boxes, strips, videos, anything you want. Like just go in here, click on the plus button, and that will allow you to enter almost any element you want into the page of the site. So let's go ahead and get out of there. The next thing I want to talk about is how to edit the background information. So instead of clicking on one of the images, so either the logo or the menu or the text box or formerly the picture that was here, if you left click on the background instead, you can go in and change the header design. So we could actually put no color, which then just removes that dark brown and leaves the underlying color of the website. We can also scroll down and choose other custom headers that are there. So, here's one that is blue and green, for example, instead of the brown theme. If we then also wanted to go to custom design, we can go to borders and corners, and or we can also go to the fill color. Any of these things here, both the borders as well as the fill color and opacity give you access to the color palette here. So if we wanted to change what's on the background of the header, then we can just left click on the color button there and change it to something we like better. So all kinds of different colors here. You can add a color. In another webinar some other day, I will get into the actual codes for colors. There's only so many default colors that are offered in the editor, but if you know the exact code number, this pound and then 6 character number, that will tell you exactly the shade of the color you want. So that allows you to change the outside. This one here allows you to change the inside. So all you got to do is left click on the area you want to change, and you can change the background colors as well. So and then finally, if we want to change the entire background of the website, you're going to left click outside here and change page design. So this is currently the color we're using. There's another color there. No color, that actually gives us just the background color. If we want to customize the design, we can go in here and change various things, so forth and so on. So if we wanted to change the shading slightly, there's different nuances of what's in the middle here. So you can change pretty much anything you want there on the page design. And if you want to change the background, so the outside color instead of the inside color, you're going to click on change page. Well, you're going to click up to the left here, and then instead of page design, you're going to click page background, and that allows you to change the background to a different color. Or if you want, you could actually put an image in the background. And notice this actually put those bananas in the background now. So if we close that and come back here to change the header and, for example, take out the colors in the header, then you can see those bananas coming up in the background. And then if we go in here and change the page design to take out that brown too, you'll notice that the underlying background is now that image of bananas. So that's the basics of the object-oriented click and edit functions. I do want to point out briefly what the various menu options do. So this first button here basically is another way to get at the editing for the background. It's pretty much the same as if you left click and click on page background, you can also do the same thing and click here. This plus bad button, like I mentioned, allows you to add pretty much any kind of element you want to the site. This is a really nice button here that allows you to add various apps to the site that's already set up, so you don't have to sort of reinvent the wheel yourself. So if you want to add a blog or a chat app or some different ways of like new trending information, or way back at the very top of here was sort of must-haves. So if you click on here, that'll, you can put in a comments area or a like thumb for Facebook. There's all kinds of apps that you can add just at one click, rather than having to go to the app site, like download the button from the individual app site or store and then bring it back and put it in your website. It's all at your fingertips here for Wix. So moving on down, if you choose this actually allows you to kind of manage the various files that you've uploaded to the site. So you can actually upload documents or pictures, whatever you want. You can put these, basically, this allows you to upload pictures to the file folder in the website. They're not going to show up anywhere, but it allows you to upload them and sort of have them at the ready. Like if you want to insert a picture or music or a document of some kind, it has to actually be stored in the folders behind the website before you can attach it to something in the website. So this allows you to upload your files from your local drive to the website, and then after that you can then attach those files to the website so that they show up visually for people to navigate. This is actually a separate button to allow you to start a blog. You can also add that through the app market. This My Store, as well as promotes a little bit different. My Store is also another way of, you could choose the store option through the app market or click directly here, and then Promote actually gives you a bunch of options for pushing out your website to various people with a blast email, and kind of sets up the whole blast email for you. So these buttons here are really just Wix putting at your disposal some of the more popular apps rather than you having to go look for them in the app market. And then finally, I want to point out briefly on the site menu here, Save, kind of like it suggests, allows you to save all the edits that you've been making to your site. If you don't save them and you close the window, or your browser crashes for some reason, then you'd lose all the edits that you made. Very important is Publish, which you can either go to from the site menu or over here at the side. Save is also available for you over there at the side. You can't actually see anything that you've edited here until you click Publish. As soon as you click Publish, that actually puts everything out on the internet, and right here, this gives you the address of the site. So you can then use that link in various emails that you send out, so forth and so on. And then if you decide that you don't want to have your site called yourname.wix.com/name of site, if you want to have your own domain name, like beautysalon2000.com, then Wix gives you the opportunity to do that through an upgrade. There's also plenty of other vendors out there that will sell you a domain name and offer you web hosting without you having to buy it through Wix. But Wix offers pretty good prices, so there's not really it's 6 of one, half dozen the other where you buy your domain name and your web hosting. So that's the Publish option. I also mentioned the Connect Domain option. There's Connect Domain. If you click here, that offers you the exact same options that you got in the bottom half of the publish box here. And then finally, your upgrade and mobile editor. Upgrade gives you the opportunity to buy all kind of additional upgrade services from Wix, many of which are quite useful. So if you click on there, gives you different packages that your domain name, advertising vouchers that you can basically use to push out blast emails, so access to certain apps that cost extra money that you get for a discounted price, etc., etc. So just kind of gives you the opportunity to make various upgrade purchases, many of which are very cheap and quite valuable and useful and worth the money, in my opinion. And then finally, I want to point out the mobile editor. The default option is that you're creating a website to be viewed on a laptop or a desktop. Because of the size and other hardware specifications of a mobile phone, websites look different on a mobile phone than they do on a desktop or a laptop. And if you want to make sure you can see what your site looks like on a mobile phone, this is actually the opportunity for you to see what it looks like on the mobile phone and then edit in mobile phone format rather than in laptop format. So then desktop, that brings us back to the normal mode, and that brings us to the end of my little webinar on Wix. There are plenty of other tools out there, webinars that are made by other people, and the help function is great on Wix here as well. There's plenty more to learn about this tool, but what I've just taught you gives you a lot of the basics of how to get up and running with creating a professional-looking website using Wix.